Hello everyone, Dan from SwitchTop. Today, we're counting down the top 10 perfect games that are must-plays on Nintendo's new console. These are the games that fully utilize the power of the Switch 2 and deliver unforgettable experiences. Let's jump right in. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade delivers a refined blend of action and classic RPG depth that feels both modern and familiar. Combat mixes real-time movement with the tactical ATB system, letting you freely control characters while pausing the action to issue powerful abilities, spells, and items once the gauge fills. Switching between party members mid-battle adds a strong layer of strategy, as each character fills a clear role, from close-range pressure to range support. The materia system returns in an expanded form, encouraging experimentation and customization to suit different encounters and playstyles. Outside of combat, the game balances focused exploration with cinematic storytelling, using detailed environments and fully voiced scenes to deepen immersion. The story reimagines the Midgar chapter, with expanded character moments and stronger world building, following Cloud and the Avalanche group in their fight against a corporate-controlled city, while subtly introducing new narrative twists without relying on nostalgia alone. Intergrade also includes an additional side episode that offers a fresh perspective on events and gameplay variations, adding meaningful context to the main journey.
Damn it. Bounced right off.
Nice try, dumbass!
Frontal assault's no good.
It's my time to shine.
Or go down in flames.
Hell yeah, baby!
Dragon Quest VII Reimagined modernizes one of the most ambitious classic JRPGs while staying faithful to its slow-burn, adventure-driven design. Gameplay remains firmly turn-based, focusing on thoughtful party management and strategic encounters rather than fast reflexes. Battles emphasize planning through an expanded vocation system that allows characters to develop multiple class paths, unlocking new skills, spells, and passive bonuses that encourage experimentation and long-term progression. Exploration is deeply tied to the game's unique structure, where you travel between past and present versions of the world to restore forgotten lands, turning discovery itself into a core mechanic. Each restored region introduces self-contained stories, enemies, and themes, giving the journey a strong episodic rhythm while gradually building a much larger narrative. The reimagined version smooths pacing and interface friction, making its famously lengthy adventure more approachable without losing depth. Visually, the world is refreshed with cleaner environments and expressive character models that enhance the series' iconic charm. Mio, Memories in Orbit delivers a tightly crafted Metroidvania experience built around fluid movement, atmospheric exploration, and environmental storytelling. You play as Mio, a nimble robotic explorer navigating the ruins of a massive space vessel, where traversal feels just as important as combat. Movement abilities like wall climbing, aerial gliding, and precision platforming gradually open up the map, encouraging backtracking and curiosity-driven discovery across interconnected biomes. Combat focuses on smooth, rhythmic encounters, blending light combo chains with careful positioning and timing, especially during more demanding enemy encounters and boss fights. Progression is tied to unlocking new abilities and modifiers that subtly reshape how you move and fight, allowing flexible playstyles rather than rigid builds. The story unfolds quietly through exploration, using visual cues, fragmented memories, and subtle world details to convey the fate of the vessel and its lost systems without heavy exposition. Visually, the game stands out with painterly sci-fi environments that mix mechanical decay with organic overgrowth, creating a strong sense of isolation and wonder. Dynasty Warriors Origins reworks the classic Musou formula into a heavier, more deliberate action experience without losing its signature sense of scale. Combat still revolves around cutting through massive armies, but it places more emphasis on timing, positioning, and reading enemy behavior, with dodges, parries, and carefully chained attacks playing a bigger role than simple button mashing. Weapon choice meaningfully affects your moveset and rhythm, encouraging players to adapt their style depending on the battlefield and opposing generals. Large maps are packed with shifting objectives, ambushes, and allied units that can influence the flow of each encounter, giving battles a stronger tactical layer. The story is set during the turbulent Three Kingdoms era and follows an amnesiac warrior caught between powerful factions, using this personal angle to ground the sweeping historical conflict. Iconic figures appear throughout the campaign, with alliances and rivalries unfolding naturally as wars escalate. Cinematic presentation and dramatic music heighten the impact of each clash, while the Switch 2 version maintains smooth performance that preserves the intensity of large-scale engagements.
Time to end this! I don't know whose side the heavens are on.
Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles stands as a masterclass in tactical RPG design, combining deep strategy with one of the most mature narratives in the genre. Gameplay revolves around turn-based battles on isometric, grid-based maps, where positioning, terrain height, and turn order can decide the outcome of every encounter. The iconic job system is the heart of the experience, allowing characters to change classes, learn abilities across roles, and mix skills to create highly personalized builds that reward experimentation and long-term planning. Combat favors patience and foresight over speed, pushing players to carefully manage positioning, support abilities, and enemy threats rather than brute force. Outside of battle, the story unfolds in the politically charged world of Ivalice, focusing on power struggles, betrayal, and moral ambiguity through the perspective of Ramza Beowulf, a noble caught between loyalty and truth. The narrative treats its themes with restraint and seriousness, giving weight to every conflict and decision. Modern refinements improve readability and flow without compromising complexity, making the experience more approachable while preserving its demanding strategic core.
You're dumb fool.
I'm sorry.
Octopath Traveler 0 refines the series' HD2D identity while expanding its systems into a more unified and ambitious JRPG experience. Gameplay remains rooted in turn-based combat built around the break and boost mechanics, where exploiting enemy weaknesses and carefully timing empowered turns creates a satisfying rhythm that rewards planning over brute force. Battles now feel more flexible thanks to larger party options and stronger synergy between roles, encouraging creative setups and elemental combinations. Exploration plays a central role, with towns, dungeons, and overworld paths inviting steady progression and discovery rather than rushing from objective to objective. A new town-building layer ties directly into progression, allowing you to rebuild a ruined settlement by gathering resources, recruiting allies, and unlocking benefits that feed back into combat and exploration. Storytelling shifts toward a more personal structure, focusing on rebuilding, identity, and purpose, while still weaving in broader conflicts that connect multiple characters and regions. Visually, the lighting, depth, and pixel detail elevate every environment, giving the world a distinct sense of scale and warmth.
Time to strike.
Right.
Prepare yourself.
Here goes nothing. Be strong. My turn. Attack.
Let's end this.
This is our chance.
Dragon Quest I and II HD 2D Remake revisits the roots of the JRPG genre with a careful balance of tradition and modern refinement. Both adventures retain their classic turn-based combat, where smart use of spells, equipment, and resource management matters more than raw numbers, keeping battles deliberate and readable. Exploration is streamlined through quality-of-life improvements that reduce friction while preserving the sense of journey across overworlds, dungeons, and towns. The HD 2D presentation transforms familiar locations with layered depth, dynamic lighting, and richly detailed pixel art, giving the world a renewed sense of scale without losing its timeless charm. Storytelling expands on the originals with added dialogue and narrative context, strengthening character motivations and the broader themes of legacy, courage, and destiny, tied to the lineage of the legendary hero Erdrick. Dragon Quest II, in particular, benefits from deeper party interactions and expanded regions that add weight to its more ambitious structure. Together, these remakes feel approachable for newcomers while remaining faithful to longtime fans, offering a focused, elegant RPG experience that highlights why these foundational adventures still resonate today.
ここだ。
Trails in the Sky, First Chapter, delivers a deeply narrative-driven JRPG experience that prioritizes world-building, character growth, and thoughtful combat. Gameplay blends traditional turn-based battles with a strong emphasis on positioning, turn order, and ability management, where arts and crafts play distinct tactical roles, and careful planning often matters more than raw power. Encounters feel deliberate and rewarding, encouraging players to read the battlefield and adapt, rather than rush through fights. Exploration is equally important, as the Kingdom of Liberl is packed with towns, routes, and NPCs that evolve over time, making the world feel alive and reactive to story events. Side quests aren't just filler, but small narrative extensions that reinforce the game's grounded tone and sense of place. The story follows Estelle Bright and Joshua as they grow from inexperienced bracers into capable adventurers, slowly uncovering political tension and hidden conspiracies beneath everyday conflicts. Dialogue and character interactions are a major strength, building emotional attachment through subtle development rather than dramatic shortcuts.
Joshua!
Got it!
Sit! Let's go!
Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition delivers a dense, systems-driven RPG set in the sprawling metropolis of Night City, where player choice defines both gameplay and narrative flow. Combat blends first-person shooting, melee, hacking, and cyberware abilities, allowing encounters to be approached through stealth, tech manipulation, or direct firepower, with skill tree supporting radically different builds. Exploration is a major pillar, supported by a large open world filled with side gigs, emergent events, and optional storylines that reward curiosity and experimentation. Character customization goes beyond appearance, influencing dialogue options, combat style, and how missions unfold. The story focuses on themes of identity, ambition, and control, unfolding through cinematic quests and morally complex decisions that shape relationships and outcomes without clear right answers. Environmental storytelling and strong performances give weight to even smaller missions, making the city feel reactive and lived in. The Ultimate Edition includes additional narrative content that expands the scope with new locations, factions, and high-stakes scenarios, adding further depth to the experience. Donkey Kong Bananza reinvents Donkey Kong as a large-scale 3D action-adventure built around freedom, destruction, and expressive movement. Instead of traditional linear stages, the game drops DK into expansive underground worlds where terrain is fully interactive, allowing you to smash through walls, dig new paths, and uncover secrets through sheer brute force. Platforming blends classic jumping and climbing with physics-driven momentum, making traversal feel heavy, powerful, and satisfying. Combat is tightly woven into movement, with DK using punches, throws, and environmental objects to overpower enemies and solve spatial challenges. Progression introduces transformations and abilities that shift how you navigate and fight, adding variety without breaking the core feel of DK's strength. Pauline plays a key role both mechanically and narratively, supporting exploration through special abilities that unlock new paths and contextual interactions. Each biome introduces distinct themes, hazards, and optional challenges that reward curiosity and mastery rather than simple completion. The story remains light but purposeful, focusing on teamwork and discovery as you push deeper toward the planet's core. And there you have it, the top 10 perfect games on Nintendo Switch 2. From tactical masterpieces to action-packed adventures and nostalgic platforming greatness, the Switch 2 library is absolutely stacked. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe to Switch Top for more Nintendo Switch 2 content. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.